tonight.
I rode in some pimp like circles.
We live on
and rode with some pimps.
Oh Lord.
But I was never a pimp.
Well, okay.
You still a pimp.
Okay. I hear you, bro.
You still a pimp, sir.
So yeah, dating is it's a trip nowadays. Promise you, it's really got it all right nowadays. I hear what you say about keeping up the times. Excuse me, and adapting, but you go online, keep up the times, do this online dating. Then you get about to hook up with Sherry. You get there and find out it's Jerry.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's really it's a trip. That's all I say. It's just old school, up front. It's what feel is
But say, old school, you can still run into chicken insurance and the Jerry. I remember back in the day when I was hanging outside of this club, and they had these three girls walked up to the theater, and all the dudes were sort of laid back across the street, posted up against the rail, looking at the club, and going up to the club. So these three girls walked up there. The dudes started hollering, "Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? Woo, 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 wah, wah, wah." One of the girls had on some white jeans, real shapely, tight-fit jeans with all these rips in them. This was before people was wearing ripped-up jeans. And she had a cut all the way up and all the way up to her underwear. So you could see her underwear, but she had on the long shirt. Hanging below it, high heels, stuff like that. But all these girls was decked out. And one of the dudes was standing over there beside me. One of the guys that was standing beside me, he was like, "Yo, man," he started laughing. I said, "Yo, what's so funny?" He said, "Them all dudes."
Oh, wow.
And all the guys was gawking and walking up to them, like surrounding them because they was like trying to check them out. Trying to find out it was dudes, so that's why I was saying that stay there. Even in person, it can still be the same
situation. We had 87.
You're right. It really can.
We had 87 people right now.
It really can. 87.
Yeah.
I think I told you.
All right, tell us a little bit, for some of our newcomers tonight. I know some of you have already heard these words, this announcement. But all right, tell us about what is it? OnlyFans?
Yes, so OnlyFans is actually the platform in which we sit up there and upload all of our content in regards to all of our broadcasts in the basement, and also the coverage of the book Cover, which is a story of my life. It's like a bio, so that we're doing.
So the bio?
Yes, so it's like a video bio called Cover, and that's basically like a journey of my life. Yeah.
Okay. He was talking.
Sorry. I didn't mean for him to stop. I apologize.
No. So that's what we was doing. So that's what the OnlyFans page is for. So if you subscribe, you'll have access to all of that content.
And so just briefly, tell me what you said. It's called Cover. What's that? Just get
Cover.
A little cover.
Yes, Cover. So like it's covered in the blood of Jesus.
Okay, so just give us like a little blurb on what that's all about. That's something.
So needless to say, so as I tell people all of my life. At some point, I realized that I was covered in the blood of Jesus. Now, growing up, don't get me wrong, I never looked at myself as conforming to a certain religion. Like I didn't grow up Catholic, I didn't grow up Pentecostal, Presbyterian, anything like that.
Right.
Although I did attend, let's say, revivals. I did attend some churches with friends and stuff like that, but I never had a church home growing up, so to speak.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I always heard of a God and, knew how to worship and stuff like that, pray, things of that nature. So I grew up in that particular faith.
Okay.
But, I think when I was about 11 years old, I was we was living in an apartment, and I was cleaning up in my bedroom or something like that, and it was sort of like want to say like early fall.
Yeah.
And I looked out of my bedroom window, and outside of my window, it was a huge tree, you know, from the ground up. I lived up on the 3rd floor, so it was a 3-story building. And it was something sitting on the limb. And it looked like it was, when it looked at me, and then it flew, like the wingspan opened up, and it flew towards me over top of the building. But it was a white owl.
White owl?
Yeah, it was a white owl. And I thought that was, and because I was living in DC, Southwest DC. So it was just very odd, like I had never ever in my life seen an owl. So to see this huge white owl in front of my house, I was out the ledge of my window. And from that point on, it was just like things, you know, when I was finding myself in situations of trouble, I called on God and found myself.
So you have in this on the OnlyFans page, you just giving us a synopsis of what it's all about.
Correct.
So you have more in details of what you went through and names and identities, or did you change
just
the name?
me.
Just you, okay.
Yeah, it's just stories about me. Like
You know, people love dirty laundry. I'm trying to see you.
Oh, no gossip, nothing like that. It's just
heartfelt.
Yeah, it sounds conceited, but it's all about me, huh?
Cool.
Yeah. So no, I think yeah. Again, so that's what our content's about. So that's at international INTLVIP at onlyfans.com.
Go ahead now. Go ahead.
Hey Chester.
Echoing, man. That's the irritating the hell out of me.
Okay.
I gotta always see this.
Wait a minute.
Give me that mic.
Now I'm getting choked out.
You can take it down. Hand me that mic too, real quick, please.
There you go.
There you go.
What's going on, DJ Worldwide? I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm running around here trying to get things together, sound and everything correct.
Yes, you have a lot going on.
Correct. So I just want to let everybody know, yes, I am here. What's going on at my Up Live family? How are you guys doing? Wow, we're at 113 already. That's what's going on. How's everybody? I'd like to thank my brother, my friend, my cousin, Dr. L, for being here.
Hey, what's up, cuz? What's up, Daryl?
So listen, y'all.
Facebook.
Fabu, look, I apologize.
Good, I'm listening.
Dr. L here. He's me for right now.
What?
I'm running around trying to get this stuff corrected because of this OnlyFans page. It's off the chain right now. So I'm doing so much stuff with this OnlyFans page. I'm telling you, if they don't subscribe, they missing out.
Absolutely, 1,000%.
You know, so look, while I'm doing that, Doctor, you got this.
Ari's already doing it. You know,
Oh, my bad. I apologize.
It's like, well, I'm not doing a good job.
No, of course you always do a good job.
So absolutely, you recognize it. So
You always do a good job, sir. You know this. You know
I'm trying
this.
to interview Art for the OnlyFans page.
Right.
Okay, I'm out.
And so that's awesome, Art. Thanks for that. It's not shameless, without shame plug, man. You know, they tell us, well, what I oftentimes say is life happens at the speed of relationship. Well, my mentors taught me that. Life happens at the speed of relationship, and we can relate to people all kinds of ways. You know, we relate to people right now, unfortunately, to a certain extent, it's one way because they can't talk back, but you can drop some words in there and put something in there and say, hey, this is so-and-so, hey, Dr. L, hey, Fabu, hey, Worldwide, hey, y'all, something. So you can communicate. It's two-way, but back to what I was saying, life happens at the speed of relationship, and we can relate to people through social media, through the phone, but we also relate to people through their stories, their written story.
Correct.
You know, so that's awesome for OnlyFans to have the ability to get the brief insight on who you are, and what you've been through and how you got through.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you for that, man. Really, really, really do. What else can we expect from the OnlyFans page coming up here in the future? Let's talk a little bit about that. I want to talk about that just a little bit. What else can we expect from the OnlyFans page? Because me, I'm the kind of person who want to build value.
Yes, well, we're going to sit up there and give some tips, updates, things of that nature, current events, open discussions, So you have more intel, more personal, in-depth insight on who I am as an individual or my character.
Okay. So will it be like an ongoing log? You kind of
absolutely. Yes,
okay.
So, as you subscribe, yes, you sit up there. You just keep updated content. But
so we don't answer subscribe. I want them to know how valuable this information is for them.
Oh well,
They already like us, and people buy for who they like, and what has value. So I know they like us. We make sure they know the value. What we get it.
Yeah.
And then you have other people speaking. You all get a chance for me to hear me speak a little bit tonight, possibly depending if the right subject comes up. But I've already talked to these two brothers here. I'm gonna get back here, actually get settled here, making some transitions right now, but get settled. I will also be dropping you all a little 3 to 5 minute blurb, just like a motivational thing. So you got that in there. I am a motivational speaker. What I call a perspective coach. I'm also a certified NLP, which is neuro-linguistics programmer, so I help you stop with bad habits and so on and so forth. Former cryptanalysis for the United States Army, worked in NSA, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. Some of y'all don't want to listen to nobody. They ain't got no credentials behind them. I also have a doctorate in theology, in divinity. So, I've done what I do, and I do what I've done. And at this point in time in my life, I'm loving the life I live, living the life I love. So, I also be putting excerpts in there. You can hear something from me, and just want to pour into these brothers, and also pour into you all's value, man. It's all about building value in your life. Now, worldwide is going to have some mixes in there too.
Yep.
Are you here now?
I'm here now.
Okay.
I think I've gotten everything set up, all the cameras, all the angles, and everything. Who's this over here? We are over here on Facebook. I can't see it. Is that Aaron Hardy?
Yes.
What's going on? What's going on, DJ Snatchbox? I see you up in the building. I appreciate that, brother.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's DJ Snatchbox up there on Facebook. I see you. If you just joining us, this is Dr. L, and you already know Fabu and myself, DJ Worldwide. But yes, I will be giving away thumb drives for free for a certain period of time. When Fabu calls for them, free thumb drives, also available for people that subscribe, will be the thumb drives that they can have customized. Basically, you have the thumb drives where it's like their personal party. If they're going on a long road trip and they want to seem like they're in the club and it's all about them and their friends, they can have a personal thumb drive where they can have their name shouted out and all their friends, family name shouted out just like they was there live.
So we got shout outs. Do we have any shout outs that we can do right now? People up live?
Here, let me slide this down. That's why I put it like this.
Okay, so
Whole bunch of likes. We had 170 some, a low plus actually, on Up Live. What's going on? We over here.
Right, that's Chester.
What's going on, Chester? How you doing? What's going on? Sorry, just I'm doing things behind the scenes, trying to get things together. I still don't like the way my sound. I'm gonna have to keep on messing with it for a few.
Hey.
I'm a perfectionist.
Wait, hold on. No, I missed this. Thea said, Etienne. I don't know what she's talking about. She said on a scale from 1 to 10, you're a 9, and I'm the one you need.
Oh.
You better talk that talk. Talk your ish. You better talk.
Okay.
On that note, let me go back and behind this joint right here. Because see, we talking about Al.
Danny said, wow, excellent. Like you. You just going down.
Thank you, Daniel.
And so what I'm doing is
What's up, Ronnie?
Thanks for love. On a scale of 1
Yeah,
to
Ronnie
10,
online.
you and 9, and I'm the one
Ronnie
you need.
online.
Yeah, remember Bernard Porter's?
Yeah.
Ronnie Malcolm in the back of the day. What's up, Ronnie?
See the thumbs up
Tell him
out
I say
there.
what's up. He should know L too then.
For our Middle Eastern brothers, Ahlan,
He
people
met me
have.
with L. I think he met you because
For
what
Tagalog-
parties and stuff.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, well, you said I was mindfulness and stuff.
For the Filipinos, the Tagalogs, Kumastaka.
Hey,
Kumastaka.
what I'm gonna do is let me calm the music down for a second. We gonna do this,
What are we doing?
Fabu, we gonna do this. We going back to like we did before. I'm gonna give them a sample of the Snowden mix, and I'm gonna get that away again.
Okay.
A sample of the Snowden mix.
Yes,
Then you don't have
the
your mic on,
Snowden
make sure they hear.
mix. The
So when
Snowden
he did
mix.
it, what was the big snowstorm here in the DC area?
Yeah.
He did a mix when he was snowed in. So
Oh,
that's what we
right.
call the Snowden mix.
That's right. Thanks for the love, y'all. See those hearts coming up there? Purple hearts, blue clovers, green diamonds. Oh no, I'm sorry. Cereal commercial. Thanks for the hearts. Oh yes, we love you too. Miss Gemini 313. Is that the D? Miss Gemini, you calling you checking us out from the D.
It
The
might
313 area code?
What's that, Detroit?
That's the D. That's Detroit.
Uh-oh.
Got the hearts coming up still.
My Snowden mix is gone.
So, you know,
What's it called? The spring?
I'm pretty excited about what's going to happen on OnlyFans. I'm going to keep conversation going with audience stick around. So we got some things coming up here in a minute too. But DJ Worldwide's working on tweaking something for us real quick. But I did want to still continue to talk about OnlyFans. You know, because a lot of y'all know about OnlyFans. Y'all go in there and be subscribing to girls taking the clothes and the undergarments off, and some of the guys do it too. All kind of crazy stuff. But this is Art. Now, are you doing any of that on your OnlyFans? Never mind. So Art's not doing any of that.
Right, that probably for, you know, they got the side show, so that they do the extra. You know what I'm saying? Depends on how hard times get.
So
Okay, that's-
just so y'all know that. But you know, he'll still be there. You know, on a scale of 1 to 10, he might be a 9, and he's the one you need. So.
This is the Snowden mix, y'all. This was a mix that I'm gonna be giving away on the thumb drive when you sign up for the OnlyFans page. For the next,
That's the same he put the other day. Did you say you can get one?
no, this is a whole different one. This is the Snowden mix, brother. This mix a little harder than that one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the actual Snowden mix that was made when I was snowed in, like we were saying. This will be given away
For the first,
10 people. Oh,
sorry.
10 people, the first 10 people that sign up for the OnlyFans page, they'll get this thumb drive. It's over 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
2.5 hours worth of music, all mixed music, all around the world, different kinds, different types of music. Whatever type of music you into, it's on here.
Yes.
And it's free. It's free.
Free as the air you breathe, baby. Gave it to me.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
y'all, this is my last night here live with y'all. Like actually in the studio here in the basement with Worldwide Studios and affiliates.
So,
Stop it.
Doctor,
I'm about to hit it.
what you been here for almost a
A
week?
week, 7 days, yeah.
So how being here, how was it for you?
It's good to be refreshing. It's good to, DC, Maryland, Virginia area, that's home for me. So, it's always good to go home, but I've had my fill of home now already. I got other things I need to do, so.
That's like, get back to life.
You said you had to feel at home.
Yeah, it's not a hateful thing. It's just, I've got an agenda. And right now, the geographical region is affiliated with my hometown is not my agenda. So
I understand.
I would love to come back one day and get some property here, possibly, just to my hometown, But other than that, nah.
I understand. So, what you came up here for, was it actually vacation or was it?
In a sense, a little getaway. Take care of my 2 nieces while my sister and her husband over there in town for a minute.
Oh, so you basically gave somebody a blessing, even though it is just a blessing is having time away from your children.
I just came out to help out, man. I wouldn't even consider me giving anybody a blessing.
Well, you
My
made yourself
youngest
a
niece
blessing.
is 3 months.
I understand.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's a blessing.
Right, I
That's
got
a
the blessing, see.
Well, you both. It worked both ways. I understand.
I'm not gonna sit and argue with you on that.
We're gonna agree to disagree. No, but other than that, hey, you know I gotta give it to you before you go because I'm gonna miss the heck out you, bro. You know you like another, but you are my brother regardless. Anyway, so you know it could be different. Even though it's crazy, you know he's my biological cousin.
I know.
So that's like it's real crazy. The whole. You know, in order for people to actually understand, for them to know the story behind my cousin and myself, they would have to actually sign up for the OnlyFans page because that story is actually.
Oh yes,
that's a story. That's a story they definitely don't want to miss. A story that nobody would actually believe for real because it sounds like
gotta give him a teaser though.
A teaser.
Yeah, let me give him a good little teaser. I'll let you do it.
Wait. What part of the teaser? Wait.
You gotta give it a teaser. What happened?
Listen before y'all give a teaser because this is a long. This story, the way it starts.
It's a 30-year story.
Yes, the way it starts and the way it.
It's crazy. It's. I'll give it to you like this.
It's like a movie.
Two people met behind a female. One person plotted on the other person's life, but the person didn't know that in the process of the person trying to think they're going to do something to that person who they was plotting against ended up saving their life, and together they just been inseparable.
Yeah.
And it's like you gotta actually hear the whole story to understand
very interesting
what
story,
I mean. Like it's a story that I don't even believe myself, and I was a participant.
I was a witness.
Yeah, it was crazy. But you know what? It's called covered because the story. If you go into my past and how I carry things, results would have been different if we weren't covered, all of us.
I like that. That's really appreciated.
Yeah, results were very different. That night we met, I probably would have floated you behind up. You can't be crazy.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna put it to you like this. It took a person who, you know how they say you turn your enemy, make your enemy your friend,
yes,
or close. Keep your enemy close and your friends.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
I thought I was doing that, but it wasn't. But it ended up being. So you just gotta man.
Yeah, you gotta check it out.
It ended up being.
But now you know who's writing this story, because
you gonna write it. It's part of your book.
We gonna write it, and we gonna make sure everything's in the story that we want in the story. If I let Miguel write the story,
I ain't writing the story.
I would look like
I tell you what, we're gonna do like that. We're gonna have two stories, and I'll take the editor to make it one.
Okay.
So it'll be a collab.
But I can't write the story.
That's okay. You do a verbal.
I'll do a verbal. How about if I do it and you and we'll just record it.
Well, let's get it clear for the listeners. He can write. He knows how to write.
Oh no, I'm a college grad.
I can't write.
I graduated from University of
Maryland.
But yeah, I don't have time. But I mean, I'm gonna make time. I'll make time. It's a serious thing. I'm gonna just talk to the microphone.
Yeah, I mean that's another way of doing it. Like you do it as
I got all this editing program.
A video or a video recording. Like
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Elgin do the same thing.
We're gonna do it side by side, and we're gonna do it together. Even if we gotta do it in the Zoom format.
Yeah, so
get ready to embark on that. Now let's get into that because you get ready to actually get on a plane tomorrow morning. You get ready to embark in a serious endeavor.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do any geographical regions, but I'm heading back to Georgia, and then I'll be leaving that 2 days after.
Right. So now, yeah, like without giving too much information, how are you excited about?
Oh man, it's just awesome time, and not just my life, but also my son. And my son, really both of them, because I have a 22-year-old who lives on the West Coast already. He's already excited to get a chance to see me a little bit more often. And,
correct.
And a 14-year-old, I'm going to try to teach him how the geographical regions, didn't I?
You said 23-year-old.
22, but I got a 14-year-old who is going to help me drive to our destination. for teaching as well. I think it's a father-son bonding time. You know, we're pretty dope. Really excited about that. It's just time, man. It's time. So, you know, sometimes I tell people all the time, when it comes down to blessings in life and destiny, and what I like to call prophetic destiny, most blessings are time released, and some are not just time released. In other words, it happens in time, in the process of time, That's time, a timed blessing. At the right time, that blessing is going to drop in your hand, drop in your lap for your obedience, or just for Elohim being faithful. But then there's the blessing that's tied into geographical location. You know, you grow oranges, if you're in the United States, you know you grow oranges in Florida and not in Idaho. And you grow potatoes in Idaho and not in Florida. What I'm saying is, there's some things in your life that are best increased and grown when they're in the right soil, when in the right location. And that's speaking of a geographical location. This season, what's happening next in my life, this is the right geographical location.
I understand. So, we're going to be looking forward to your blurbs. And you said once a month, is that what you said?
Yeah, I think we do it once a month. I did say something before, a little bit more, but once a month might be best.
You sure? Because it will be very, very busy. Once a month or once a week? I thought it was going to be once a week.
I said once a week at the beginning. But man, I'm about to, I can do that. What I can do is on 5 minutes. I can do 20, 30, record 30 minutes at a time. That just let you edit it.
I can do that.
Okay,
just break it down on yourself and send me so many at one time. Yeah, send me seconds.
Yeah, a month at a time, probably.
Oh, what's going on? Who's that over there? Somebody. What's going on, Chucky? Chucky, you know what? We forgot, man. 420 was your birthday, and I apologize. I don't even believe I said happy birthday to you, my brother. That's my big brother. Giving a super shout out to my big brother, Mr. Barry, up there. Happy birthday from the crew down here in the basement. What's going on? Oh yeah, we doing it up. This music that you hear in the background, that's the music that's giving away. We gonna give away free on the OnlyFans page when you sign up for our OnlyFans page. That's international VIP at OnlyFans.com. International VIP at OnlyFans.com.
That's INTLVIP.
Now, Dr. L. Let's get back on some subjects that we were talking about before you go up. So can we clarify just certain things that we were talking about during a relationship segment? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the music down just a little step again. And I just want to refresh. First I want to refresh Art's memory. Yeah, I mean, because he's getting ready to embark on a situation. A very serious situation. You know, he's getting ready to get hitched. But we're going to go back on the seven principles in relationships. Hold on.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to
okay, yeah. I had a conversation with him, telling him about my sister had set up there, and I'm sitting there text congratulating me.
Okay.
And I'm thinking to myself like, I'm not married.
Chucky said, yeah, you see me. Chucky said, yeah, you see me. All right, so listen.
We're listening.
Let's go on. All right.
Okay.
Bring L into... No, okay. Now, let me hold the mic because they can't hear me. All right, and I'm going to start it off while I switch the music. All right.
Where you going so I can...
While I switch this music, Art, I want to, because Art, he's a great stylist. He's my stylist. Everybody knows that. He's a great manager. Okay, he wrote a great book. Okay, got a good manuscript going on. He's covered. But you know, above all of that, you know what's better than everything I just spoke on?
What's that?
You're saved.
Oh yeah, I've been saved since I was a kid.
That beats everything. That beats everything.
Yeah, I've been saved since I was a kid.
No matter what you accomplish.
I learned a long time ago how to let Jesus Christ come into your life and wash away your sins.
That's good.
I used to go to Christian camp. I told you I used to go to Christian camp. I used to go to missionary societies. I've gone through all of that. I've done the churches and stuff like that. But it was funny. I was having a conversation with one of my friends, one of the Joneses, we was backtracking about our life, and we was discussing the fact about me joining the church when I was 25, and one of them had actually bought me my first Bible, my own Bible.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. So
That's all right.
So but it took me a while to get there, but then once I got there and got saved.
No matter how long it took, the point is you got there.
Oh yeah.
It could take you overnight. It could take you half a year. It could take you a century. It could take you whatever.
Yeah, if I could, let me add an interesting perspective, because I was just talking to somebody about this, around 3 o'clock, right before you came to scoop me up on the phone, and I had to talk to him because, the church world, oftentimes they say, you need to get saved, you need to get saved, you need to get saved. In reality, that's not what's happening. What we're really doing is receiving our salvation. I say that because, we all look at the creators as being one that don't make mistakes, right? Don't make mistakes. But then, if you read the scripture, it says that he will blot your name out of the Lamb's Book of Life. Now, that means he's inking it out. You send your documents to somebody because they ask for proof of address, but they got some banking information. You want to cross out your information. He's just blotting it out. He says, I'll blot your name out of the Lamb's Book of Life. You think he made a mistake when it was put in there the first time? No. When Christ died on the cross, everybody's name, past, present, and future, is written in that book. It's the book of life. If you don't receive him, your name will be blotted out.
Yeah.
It's like having a Christmas present under a tree that is wrapped up that your friend or somebody gave you for Christmas, and you got a gift under the tree, but you refuse to open it up. Technically, you haven't received the gift yet. And so that's what salvation is. It's a gift. It's the gift of God that he's given us. It's free. It comes through faith and belief that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Right?
Yeah.
That he lived and died for our sins and was resurrected, lives forevermore, and has restored us to dominion by receiving salvation. So anyways, I just said that to say this because sometimes I'm not ready to get saved. I'm not ready. You are already saved, man. You just need to receive it. So you're not ready. It's been waiting here for you. It's more ready than you are. So, and when it comes to that, you can never get ready for salvation. Like I got battles I contend with mentally, emotionally, psychologically, physically, all day, every day, 365. I have a greater source of power. That I have a greater understanding, and I have wisdom how to avoid some of the stuff and situations that may not be the most pleasant situations, just by reading the scripture, just having a relationship with the Creator, and that's just who I am. So, and I'm not ashamed of that, and take nothing away from you. You believe in Krishna and whoever you believe. I don't take that away from you. I'm not here to push nothing on you, but I know what I'm using works. Right. So I can talk about that. If you know me back in the day when I was a street pharmacist, I only sold products that I believed in. If the product wasn't good, I wasn't selling it.
Did you say street pharmacist?
Street, you act like you don't. We was running the streets together. Don't shy, be quiet.
I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing.
Yeah, back in the day, so
street pharmacist.
Yeah,
okay.
He worried about people lie. It was old school. Back in the day. But I said that to say this. I don't sell anything. I don't present anything that I don't believe in. And the only thing I'm presenting to you on this last night that I'm here is the gift of salvation. All you got to do is receive it. Anyways, yeah. I don't know how we got there.
We got there because that's where the Spirit led you at. So there's nothing wrong with that. And for people to find out, and I hate to keep doing this way, and this don't have anything to do with you, Dr. L, but for people to find out why you said what you just said, and how they can find out that you really mean what you just said, they need to subscribe to the OnlyFans page to find out who you really are.
That ain't that hard. I ain't nobody, I'm just L.
Yeah, but I'm saying, for the words that just came out of your mouth didn't come from L.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not the only person that felt that wasn't L that was talking, because
Well,
that was
I do like this then. So in the 5-minute blurbs, I'll just talk about something spiritual. People want to hear spiritual
Something.
food.
That's because it's going to be about whoever it's for.
Right, but remember now, because this is Fabu's page, we gotta keep the concept of the page.
The concept of the page is going to always be covered.
Okay.
And the reason for the blurbs, because these are the people that Fabu are associating with.
Right.
And I want them to see that this is it. You can't be no more transparent than this. They're actually seeing and living with Fabu as Fabu lives.
To the heart.
How many are saying? 263. 263.
So yeah, we were talking about the
7 principles.
7 elements, 7 principles of love.
Right.
And I think we all listed off what, 4 of them?
No, yeah, we only gave them 4.
4.
Okay, but now hold on. Let me come back around here. Because I got the music on.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, that's right. Hold on.
Right.
Hey, Doc, you know I'm going to give all his tests. Don't even say nothing like I
Don't even do that. Don't do that. Don't put me on blast.
Hey, Dr. Ella, you know, your armor bay, I got you. I'm going to make sure they listen, Doc.
Don't put me on blast.
Okay, all right.
Wait, give me 2 seconds. L, write that, look, here's a pen. Write it down on my arm. Write down the answer on my arm.
Okay, so listen.
7 principles,
It was
7 elements.
7 principles.
Oh, wait. I wrote the first 4 down.
Yeah, you did. You sure did.
I sure did.
Okay, so let's see if we can find it. Those are the houses that I'm getting ready to go purchase. But anyway, you can turn the page off of that.
Humility, self-content, temperance, sacrifice, vulnerability.
Okay, so
Good. So humility.
all right, now can you give us a brief now? You called them out since you remembered them. Congrats. Hold on. First of all, I gotta get my clap tracks right. Okay. Thank you. All right.
Right. Let's get the
so
first 4. Make sure we got it clear. Humility.
Okay, humility.
Now.
And then the second one, I'm gonna come back and make sure we listen, because one was, it's not self-content, self-control or temperance.
Temperance.
Mm-hmm. Got a temperance there.
Temperance and self-control, same thing.
Okay, self-control.
And then third one, what you have there?
I have vulnerability, then there's a
Right.
sacrifice.
Third one, vulnerability. 4% was perfect. There you go. Yep.
Okay, so what about sacrifice? Why do you have sacrifice?
That's the 4th one. No, that's the that's the 4th one.
Okay, there we go. So see, I was taking notes. Now how many of you all out there were taking notes?
And that's wrong. The 4th one should not have been sacrificed. So scratch that out.
Okay.
Pull up mic because it's ringing.
Scratch it out and Terrence, y'all gonna end up getting 5s. Like I got it. After vulnerability, after vulnerability.
Wait. Check this out now.
Oh,
This is a big moment. This is a big moment.
Oh my goodness.
He's giving you a 5th element. You
Right.
remember the movie? 5th element. I tried to make a pun. I wasn't funny.
Yeah, it's really funny. I love that. I love that movie.
I tried.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So how about we do this? Let's go back. I think you want to go back to the top and have our
Right, go to the top.
When we
You
get
call
to the
them out,
next one, I'll
and you
do
give and then you give them the explanation on behind it. Because this is
easier
actually
if I do it in order. There's a reason why they're in this order. But yeah.
right. And then the thing is, I'm a witness because I actually been adding this to my relationship that I'm in now, which is my marriage I'm in now, and they actually have been working. I haven't had an argument in about a week. I mean, really, I'm dead serious.
Okay.
Yeah, clap track.
I'm just thinking of that. Damn, it's been a week for real. Wow. Y'all better sign this OnlyFans page. This stuff really works.
Yeah, this is I'm gonna tell you for all the believers and non-believers alike, this really comes out of the scriptures. Book of Philippians, you know, it says, let this mind be in you. You're right, okay. Let this mind be in you like it was Christ Jesus. This way,
brother. I'm gonna get some It's Kool-Aid, y'all. It's Kool-Aid.
Let this mind be in you, which is also in Christ Jesus. Watch this. Who being the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God, made himself of no reputation. Step one. Boom.
Wow.
He made himself humble.
Humble. That's definitely the first one.
That's the first one. First one.
It's humble. Humility is, man,
Key.
man.
It takes you out of self-serving mentality and puts you into a selfless mentality where you're serving. And you know, even the scripture says the greatest in the kingdom of God is a servant.
Correct.
You know, and so in relationship, it's always beneficial for us to bring a servant's heart to the relationship. How can we serve our partner? You know, not just how I can serve myself. You know, my name is Jimmy. I take all you can give me. It's more like how can I?
Jimmy, I take all you can give me.
Yeah. You know, but it's all about being a servant, man. That requires humility. You ever wonder how someone's butlers and stuff do it, man? Like,
Man, oh, you know
I thought it was
what? I
okay.
can't disrespect. You know what? It's not even just butlers, though. Honestly, it's this service period. People,
Yeah.
anybody that's dealing with customer service,
Right.
but in their in defense, you shouldn't take a job in
Right.
customer service.
you can.
You
If
have
you
to
can't deal with it.
yeah.
Don't do it to
You know.
Don't do it to me.
I
Yeah.
really don't.
But there are, listen, you get great temperance, but then there are those
That be like me. It be them customers that be like me. They be like, man, I know you heard the fuck I said.
right. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you working this petty ass job.
Exactly. And you know you gotta pay rent with that motherfucking check.
So let's
Exactly that.
say that they're talking about the negative side of the servers, but if they're good and they're humbling themselves to serve you efficiently and treat you the way they would like to be treated, tip the server.
Tip them more than what you would want to tip yourself to.
Exactly. That's how you gotta look at it.
That's right.
How would you want somebody to tip you if you sat up there was serving them?
Some of the servers have children they gotta raise.
Exactly. Listen, let me tell you something. I used to work in the restaurant industry. You know, I used to manage several restaurants.
Right.
But
Who you?
fuck this. But I used to sit up there and I remember people would sit up there like taking care of households.
Yeah.
Waiting tables.
Yeah, me.
You know what I'm saying? I like a little lady, she had 2 girls, and this was a beautiful woman. She was a bartender. But baby, she was in there making that money, but she would sit up there making like $11, $12 an hour, you know, bartender, but you know, with her tips, you know.
Yeah, now, with me being in the nightclub industry pretty much, DJ
yeah.
and stuff, and you know, I own several bars myself, but tips. But I think I made more tips bartending than I ever made.
Listen, let me tell you something.
No, that's not true. When I used to dance, I used to get better tips.
Oh my God. I'm so glad I missed that. That was before my time, ladies and gentlemen, just FYI. But listen, I'm telling you something. I learned that a long time ago. When you said you bartend, I'm telling you something. I would work a party. If you're having a house party, you need a bartender. Call me up. I would come. I would make my point. You ain't got to pay me nothing.
Now
I just need a cup.
You good though. You cleaned up. You made more money in tips in Augusta at the bar that day.
Hell yeah! I was trying to listen. People, listen. I give you that personality. Hey, how you doing?
Look at all these
Cheese and long. I sure will. I would entertain my panties on for you.
Oh, God.
I sure will.
AAL. L-E-T.
A whole
He
for
bought it
$4.
up. He bought it up.
Well, who wouldn't? Everyone is a whole $40.
I'm talking about the panic thing.
Who you talking about?
When you go look at his OnlyFans page, and he gonna tell you the story when he had this dude that fell in love with him at the hotel.
Oh my God! You know what? That's his fantasy.
That's
his story.
That's you.
Listen, I can listen. Let me tell you something. When I tell you, I never
Where are y'all going with this?
When I tell you, I never even had a second thought about that story. I constantly forget about it. But this one
because you keep because I can't help it.
It's burnt in his brain.
Damn, Skippy, I'll never forget.
You know how? Okay. L.
Listen,
Hold on. No.
forget about the
Hold on. Let me
story.
finish. I'm gonna tell you why. Alright, this is my explanation. Okay? Imagine, this is my brother. Okay? I love my brothers, my little brothers. Okay?
Wow, but that's my aunt. Oh, she's young.
Okay, I'm gonna put it to you like this. We all at the pool gonna have a good time. Just swimming. Come on now. Just going swimming. Okay. So we was gonna go to the hot tub, and my little brother needs a towel. Now, while I'm over here getting the towel, my little brother the last person to get in because he has to make an entrance for some damn reason.
Nothing like
Then
that.
listen, it may not be nothing like that. Hold on. This is what I see in my mind. Okay, hold on. This is
Keep
what I
in
see in my
mind.
mind. This
Okay.
is my mind. I'm not saying anybody else felt this way.
Right.
But this is the reason why, because he said I keep bringing this story up. Okay. Everybody is at the pool. Everybody is there but my brother. So when my brother comes down, the towel boy has the whole facial expression changes, and my brother has on a robe. Okay, so my brother grabs a towel, and whatever my brother said to the towel boy, it made him giggle. And all I see is why is he giggling and watching my brother walk all the way around. So now, when my brother gets to the hot tub, now I keep saying my brother because you got to remember this is my little brother. He gets to the hot tub. The hot tub is in front of the glass, and the towel table is right in front of the hot tub. So the dude at the towel rack is staring right at the hot tub in the pool. Okay? All I see, it's like the whole fucking, everybody just turned towards the hot tub as Art entered the hot tub. And I'm saying it as I'm reading a book or watching a movie. As Art Fabu entered the hot tub, he began to step 1 foot into the tub to descend down into the water. As he descended, he slowly untied his robe at the belt. And as he taken his robe off at the belt, he then taken his robe off and let it fall down completely to the top of the hot tub.
Oh, God.
And when he came out, what appeared outside of the robe was my little brother in a thong. What the hell do I want to see my little brother in a damn thong for?
Does this sound very homoerotica? Like
Bro,
Jesus Christ.
funny.
Listen.
All I see is this freaking. Because I look past the thong part, I just looking at this damn freaking pal boy like teasing. So now I want to snatch him over the thing because now he's looking at my brother in a perverted way. I want to bust his head.
I did not have on a thong. I
It
had
looked
on
like a thong.
I had on 2 pair of swimming trunks.
Christina Marie.
Yeah, that's my aunt. Yeah, she was watching. I told you later.
Oh, my bad.
But
You got to start saying
that's what that was. It wasn't a thong. I had
What
on
was
a pair of, what do they call it? Speedos.
Speedos.
Yes.
This is probably as close to thong as you
And
can
the
get.
Speedos were they tied on the side.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
each
Hold
on
it.
the side,
Stop.
and that was it.
It did what on the side?
You climb up on the side.
Okay, now listen. Ladies and gentlemen, listen.
The men's Olympic team.
He was
Speedos.
with 3 of the thuggest dudes and another guy and some females. None of the females had nothing on like this, and none of the other guys.
And he came out the road like a diva.
So
Oh
what it
my
was,
gosh, it was
so here
slow
was-
motion.
So here what it was is that because you stayed at the hotel, they had a pool and stuff like that. No one thought about bringing swimwear.
But
The
you,
thing is, I always kept swimming trunks. Listen,
Speedos.
remember, right? You bitch, man. I'll try something to you. Okay, understand this, ladies and gentlemen.
haven't
This is
changed
back
my
in my 20s, maybe early 30s.
They were popular.
But
Speedos were
listen,
popular.
hold on, stop. But I was rocking it though, right?
I mean, you had him.
I was rocking
Yeah,
it.
you had him. You was built and all that because you ain't had no stomach or nothing. You was good.
So
That's why.
So
That's why I was
say-
mad because I ain't want him trying to holler at my brother.
here we go. There you have it. So needless to
If anybody know
say,
anything,
don't
y'all
make
know
it
I'm
seem
overly
like
protective
that.
of y'all,
I
too.
was looking like, I was rocking the Speedos back there. But I was hot,
Oh no, I don't know about all that hot shit.
Listen. But anyway, I had, when I used to travel with my, in the van, remember I used to have an overnight bag.
Right.
And I kept swimming trunks in there. And I'm going to tell you why. One night, I was hanging out with Malcolm, way back in the summer, years back. But we was hanging out at the club, and we met this couple. Like this guy, this girl, and stuff like that. He was like, yo, what are y'all doing after the club? We was having a good time. They was like, what are y'all doing after the club? We was like, well, nothing. We don't have no plans. And they said, oh, well, y'all want to go swimming? We was like, that sounds cool. And they had a pool at their house. So needless to say, I had swimming trunks in the car.
Speedos.
Yeah.
Keep saying it again. Say it again, Al. Say it again.
Speedos.
Anywho,
Speedos.
so anyway, back
Today's
in the
broadcast is
y'all
brought
gotta
to you by
remember
none other than Speedos.
listen, y'all gotta remember this is back in the 90s. So
Back in the 90s, Speedos were popular.
It was not
Yes.
in the 90s.
Yeah.
It was not.
No, Speedos were popular.
It was.
Well,
Hold it.
okay,
It was
remember here in
2001.
2000.
I mean 2001.
Okay, 2001. It's still right at the end of the 90s.
No.
People still spray Speedo.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
No, they weren't. Not in my circle.
You just wasn't wearing
I
Speedos.
just
But
wearing
people
shorts.
still
That's
The
wear
only
Speedos.
time I was
He-
wearing
he
Speedos was
jumped
if
out
I
with
got a
this-
$50 bill.
He would jump out. We had to cut off jeans. He jumped with cut off jeans on. That's what he did.
If
So.
I would wear Speedos, it would be me dancing with a $50 bill.
Okay, but then you have
So you all heard love element number one.
Here's a $50 bill.
That's all here first.
Trying to pivot. Trying to
Y'all know
pivot.
where I was at last night.
Trying to pivot this conversation.
But no, sir. Doctor. Damn. Oh, that's what I got up for, the batteries. But listen. That's because my microphone was cutting in and out. We going to, because we kind of got off track. We're going to go to number 2 while I get these batteries.
I was just.
Can you exit number
You ever
2?
seen like the little cartoon? There's a cartoon. I think it's Dastardly Dan, the little Ainsley Mutt. And they be trying to figure out what they're gonna do. And the Mainsley Mutt goes. And then Dastardly Dan says, "I know what we're going to do." And he says the exact same thing. Okay, so number one, we went over humility.
Yes.
DJ Worldwide wants us to get back on track.
That's right. Basically, you're on the time schedule.
Number 2, Artemis,
That was self-control.
self-control.
Like Janet Jackson,
Yeah,
control.
gotta have control.
Control
Self-control.
the mics and let her sing it.
So,
You know what? He's
Yeah, I
saying
do.
it off camera.
Right.
Y'all can see how fat he looks. From the side, maybe what I see, he will retract that statement.
so I think Adele asked
Just to
a
let y'all
moment
know, I'm
ago.
the one that do the editing on the OnlyFans page, and he doesn't. No.
Adele, I wanted to give you a shout out. Adele, you asked what's new in life. So this is what we're talking about tonight. New in life. 7 elements, 7 principles of love. It's just a bit of a book that I'm working on right now. I'll share with you all. Number 1 is humility. Number 2 is Artemis. Fabu.
Good. Now that one of the 7 principles of love, guys, y'all heard that here first from the gentleman who's writing the book. All right.
Number 2.
God damn it.
There's so much going on here tonight, y'all. I
Ready for self-destruction.
need some self-control back there. No. Number 2 is self-control. Self-control or temperance. We talked about, I said in the passage of Philippians, Christ made himself of no reputation. In other words, he humbled himself and became obedient unto the death. Now, how's one master the art of being obedient? You have to have self-control.
Valid.
You have to have discipline. So after humility, Christ exemplified the ability to have self-control and become obedient to the mission that was set before him. In the process of love, this is all the process of love. You know, they said Christ, no greater love than a man has than lay his life down for a friend. Christ lays his life down for us and then leaves a blueprint on how he did it. Because you got to remember now, he's the Son of God. He ain't have to come out of heaven to do nothing.
This is valid.
What the book says, they be up there bowing down and worshiping him. Before he left to come down to earth, he was having a 24/7 block party. Yeah, understand? Have you ever had a party, someone's throwing for you, and then something happened to one of your friends, you guys had to go help them while your party is going on?
Yeah, you did that to me. When my 50th birthday party at your house, you did it. But
So and then you had to go pick them up and rescue them. I'm gonna ignore him right now. I don't like my analogy to be broken up like that. So let me go back. You ever had a party that was going on for you, and you having a blast? It was bomb. Like everybody, it was lit. It was litty. It was lit. And you get a phone call letting you know that your friend is in trouble and they need your assistance. You're the only one that can get them out. What would you do? Would you leave? Would you go help your friend? Christ is the one. He was having a 24/7 block party in heaven, and he humbled himself, became obedient, and left his own party to come see about you. Make sure you were covered.
that was great. That was great. And I didn't mean to interrupt you, sir.
Yes, you did.
But it was it was just something else that they once they hear about once they sign up for the OnlyFans page, they understand.
If you see my story, you gonna be like, "That's that cat that was talking all that good stuff." Man, that junk was crazy.
Yeah, they just don't understand how transformation is taken in your life, in my life, and in Fabu's life.
Preach, y'all. We have 415 people right now. Go ahead and call a friend, call your neighbor, text your enemy. I don't care. So, yo, tune in this joint right here and listen up. Talk about the 7 elements of love before I leave today. It's been a blast being with you all here for the past 7 days. Here with you gentlemen, and on 2 of the previous shows, I believe it was, I was on. It's the 3rd, so just wanted to share real briefly a few of the 7, not all of them, 7 elements of love. Once again, humility, 1, 2, Art, you said is
self-control.
Self-control. We talked about that. Listen, when a man is beating upside your head, or when a woman is taking a frying pan to your head all the time, they lack self-control.
You said all the time?
All the time.
All the time.
Why not
In other words, well, you know, at one time it's too much.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
Listen, you can't fucking fight. That's my motto.
One time is too much.
You said you can't what?
You can't. I can. We cannot. Anyone.
You can't
listen.
fornicate.
Listen. If you're dating me, dealing with me. Rule number one. Rule number 1. If you're dating me, we cannot fuck and fight.
Can't do it.
Period. So if we feel the need to lay hands, it ain't gonna work. It's done. It's a wrap.
And that's perfect right there. So
Yeah.
and that's what I was gonna say, because if that person lacks self-control, that's not a situation of love.
Exactly.
That's just it. Self-control is the second element or principle of love. You have to have self-control. Temperance. Control yourself, madam. I know you at work, you think you look fine and all that, and you starting to control yourself, sir.
That's right.
Put your pants back up, get out of that janitor closet. Leave that woman alone. Man, you know how they do. Y'all know how it go. Y'all get it in where you can fit it in where you can get it in. And I mean that in every sense of it. Y'all, you know, some of y'all just slow down, you know. So anyways, that was number 2, self-control. We got number 3.
Number 3, I read vulnerability.
Vulnerability. So let's go back to the story again. Christ, he humbles himself, leaves his party. Says, I'm going to be obedient, even if it means I die for this person on the cross. Now, in order to die as him being Christ, the Son of God, you have to understand he can't die. He's the Son of God, right? Check this out. But he puts himself in a position that makes himself vulnerable to death.
Talk about it again.
I don't think you understand.
You might have to break it down.
Superman, literally, to save the world, just to save one person, goes to the kryptonite, holds on to the kryptonite is now a time bomb. You know, they're like Superman. Superman don't like kryptonite, and somebody designed a time bomb strapped to somebody's chest. It's going to blow up the whole city. I don't know. Bottom line is, he makes himself vulnerable sometimes to the kryptonite so he can save a life. Right. That's what Christ did for us. Christ was invulnerable. He didn't know sickness. He didn't know death. He didn't know worry. He didn't know pain. He didn't know hunger. He didn't know thirst. He makes himself vulnerable to the frailties of mankind, to include death, for the cause of love. There's no greater love than a man has than to lay down his life to die for a friend. And he said, well, how am I going to do that? We're going to talk about that death a little bit. That's the one that we talked about that I gave you out of order, sacrifice. Sacrifice is actually going to end up being number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah. So we're at number 4 now. We did temperance, that's number 2. We just did vulnerability, which is number 3. Listen, you can't be in love and not be vulnerable. Cut it out. You cannot be in love and not be vulnerable.
That's true.
Vulnerability is a necessity in love.
Okay. It's a necessity.
Anytime you open your heart to somebody, you make yourself vulnerable. If you love somebody, you want to open your heart. Am I right?
Correct.
All right.
You heard Fabu, he all in the woods in the wind.
In the woods, all right.
Eyes here. I may not be seen, but eyes here.
So the vulnerability, and we tie that into number 4.
Number 4.
It's not on there because I skipped one. Number 4, which should have been the last time I did, is forgiveness. So here we go, back to the story. He humbles himself, leads his block party. He becomes obedient even to the death of Christ and the cross. In other words, makes himself vulnerable to death. And to make himself to die on the cross. Then he's making himself as a sacrifice. And before he dies as a sacrifice, he says something very powerful in the process of love. He says something very powerful. He says, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Forgiveness is one of the elements of love.
Gotcha. Now, real quick.
It's number 4, forgiveness.
All right. You said you was going to give us a 5th one.
Well, this is the last one I gave you. I gave you last week. I gave you number 4, which is number 5, sacrifice.
Correct.
So I want to make sure I got it on order because there can be no sacrifice. You're not in a position to sacrifice yourself for anybody if you don't forgive the person that offended you before it happens.
Correct. All right. So now the king.
And I go, watch this. And watch me go back to the ladder. And you can only do that. Give me forgiveness to someone because you're vulnerable to them, because you're being obedient to God's word, because you humble yourself even unto the death. See how that works?
Gotcha. All right, now, for all my listeners, for all our listeners out there who can't break it down in fashions that we can you basically break it down in the street terminology? In essence, you know what I'm saying? And in essence, can you put it for the hood niggas?
Well, I think I did a pretty good job of that already. I think I did a pretty good job of that already, but
no, because I mean, the only reason why I'm saying that is honestly, if I wouldn't have studied under you,
that's the same way I would have said it to you.
You trying to say it breaks down in layman's terms?
Yeah, in layman's terms, because honestly, I do have some listeners who would say, call me up, and they have asked me to reiterate. So, in other words, I was just asking.
So, listen, so what part?
No. I'm talking about break all the principles down in the ghetto class. I'm talking about the ones that you gave. The ones that you gave. Can you gave?
Okay, let's go back to the top. Number 1, humility.
All right, now this is what I mean. I'm gonna do you a second.
Okay.
Humility. You come up in the crib.
So you want examples of everyone.
Right, and you come up in the house. Your girl messing around, running off at the face because you're late for dinner. It's like you got to break it down and be like, yo,
Right.
you got to suck your guts.
Okay,
to help.
See what I'm saying? Because I don't want to relate everything to the word.
Right.
I want to break it down
To real life situations.
to real life situations. Because a lot of people want to know.
How about we do both?
Let's do both.
So as you said break it down. You can give an example.
An example.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I would understand. Okay, I didn't understand you asking for. So listen. So then, number one, humility. Let's do it this way. I just had a conversation with some people the other night. We were talking about. Watch this. Matter of fact, we talked about it here first, Art. And it happened to be, I was at a get-together, and the conversation came up amongst couples. And it was about, what's the problem in relationship? And everybody had a chance to answer. Like the other night, you all said communication. I said, no. Humility is the number one problem in all relationships. So an example of that would be communication. Because the conversation went on and proceeded, and one person was like, well, I don't like when I'm trying to figure a situation out with them and they want to end the conversation in 5 minutes. I still got stuff I need to ask. I want to talk. I need my 30 minutes. There's people like that. People don't need you to. Some people, they understand quick. I got it.
All right.
So that goes back to a person being upset about something and taking their anger out on their spouse. You see what I'm saying? Like, I have a tendency of doing this. All right, and what I mean by this is this: I would come home, all right, and I might take my little frustrations out on my wife, and my wife's humanity would, instead of first fussing back, she would commit humility. Instead of fussing back, she would just basically be like, yeah, all right, whatever, and just let it go.
Right.
Because she would suck her pride in from fussing and stuff like that. So would that be an
It's
example?
a great example. You're doing good. Number two, self-control. Go.
Self-control, to my personal self-control would be same example, but switch it. Okay? She's come home with an attitude, okay, and had groceries to bring in the house, but because we have a son that's 3 years old, she can't do all at once, and I'm not there to meet her on time and such. And she calls me whatever and fussing. Me having self-control is to endure all of it. Just go ahead, apologize, and grab up with what I grab up, and admit my fault and the mistake, and go ahead and proceed on with the rest of the
So there you go. So you just tie humility into self-control. It's impossible to have self-control in a situation like that if you can't be humble.
Correct.
So you're doing awesome. So then number three was vulnerability. Go.
By making myself vulnerable would be me and the mother-in-law don't get along, but my wife's having a family reunion. And at the family reunion, she wanted me to be present.
Mm-hmm.
But I already know I don't get along with her family. And I really don't want to go. But I make myself vulnerable enough and humble enough and have self-control to say, you know what?
Yeah, you said you made yourself.
That's right.
That's self-control.
That's self-control. And say, you know what? Go and actually try to make myself enjoy it. That my right.
In a situation you're not so quite comfortable in.
Right, in a situation,
You won't.
right, like a
You
situation I wouldn't be comfortable in too
You're
much.
doing amazing worldwide. So number 4 is going to be this new one we presented today: forgiveness. Uh-oh. You be transparent. Transparent, y'all. So number 4 one is transparent. Y'all know what? He asked me to give y'all examples. I knew I did a good job because that's a real street nigga right there, and he got it just fine. Y'all got this. I'm not speaking to your heads. I'm speaking to your hearts. If you listen, yeah. So humility, self-control, or temperance, same thing. Vulnerability, and number 4. Back with it, bro. Number 4 being forgiveness. Now remember, and he gonna give another example, but I'm gonna remind you this is the example that Christ set. They don't want me to give you the word of this, but I want to use some examples. So number 4, DJ Worldwide is gonna tell us about forgiveness.
Forgiveness is when you left as a child to be sexually assaulted by your stepparents. and to see that person in their face, and before they pass, you say, I love you and I forgive you.
That's real. Definitely, that's real. That's humbling. You have to take a whole lot of self-control to even put yourself in that position to make yourself vulnerable, even stand in their face, and then tell them that you forgive them. Perfect. So number five is sacrifice.
Now, what are we sacrificing?
So I'm gonna go back to the example I was starting with, and that is with the communication. Maybe I do get it in 5 minutes, and maybe my partner needs 30 minutes to talk about it. You know what? I'm gonna sacrifice the way I feel about this situation right now. I'm gonna die to the way I want to do it, and let's do it your way. You know what, sweetie? Go ahead, talk to me. What's going on? And listen, and intently listen. And vice versa, you know, if your partner's always getting the 30 minutes, you sacrifice, you know what? You know I got 30 minutes worth of things I want to say, but I know you want to talk about it right now. We're going to come back to it later. And we'll just stop 5 minutes. We got to understand what's happening. Let's come back to it later. Thank you for just listening, just briefly. That person dying to the way they want to have the conversation and go in the direction of the other person. Now, people get mad as well. That don't work because the other person always wins. But the way this love thing works, it takes both of y'all to do it in a relationship. So you don't want it to be one-sided. Anyways, that's it. The other two, man,
Same to you,
OnlyFans.
subscribe.
Man, what's going on? It's like, I appreciate that, Dr. L, you know. And I apologize. Well, I don't apologize.
You apologize, man.
But that's the five elements. 5 of 7 elements. The rest of the elements, the 4. No, I'm sorry. I can't even count. The other 2 elements you can get when you sign up for international VIP at OnlyFans.com. Doing that right now. Let's take this music that you hear in the background is the music that you'll be getting for free when you sign up for OnlyFans. International VIP at OnlyFans.com. It's a thumb drive you get that's made by DJ Worldwide. It's the relaxed, old school, throwback edition, chill out edition. So, Dr. L, what time you gotta get on the plane in the morning?
That's it. I'm gonna get that information out early. How about that?
I hear you. I forgot. Yeah, very early in the morning. I hear you. That's what's going on. I appreciate you coming all the way down from Atlanta and doing your thing down here with us down here in the basement with myself. Fabu, I know you still can hear this. You on here somewhere. I know what.
Yeah, you know I'll be down in the ATL next month up in May.
Yeah, coming soon.
My birthday.
That's right. Coming real soon.
My party on.
And we just sitting down here right now, just reminiscing, talking to my brother L, Dr. L. Now we're gonna switch gears for a few minutes, and we're gonna switch it up real fast. What's that? It's Snapbox. Oh yeah, we got my man DJ Snapbox up there. He's been doing his mix every Friday and Saturday nights from 9 to 12, y'all. You know, I shout out all my brothers. You know, I support everybody. That's what's going on. But we just doing it up right now. Just taking a break, taking a pause for the cause. We're gonna switch this gears real quick, and we're gonna talk about some things real fast that we can reminisce with Dr. L. We're gonna take the doctor off the name right now, and we just gonna say L, and we gonna talk about some of them parties he used to go to back in the day. Hey,
yes sir.
Did L ever tell you about the time he put Kevin out the room? Out the hotel room. Remember Black Kevin, everybody said he got on everybody's nerves. That's my brother, man. Nobody, you know, he probably don't know this. And if he ever see this, he gonna be very pissed with me. But everybody used to always come to me back in the day and say, Kevin's getting on my damn nerves. And I used to always, L put him out. How he really put him out of his apartment one time. You remember L? See, there you go with that game. You see what I'm saying? So look.
L. You want to tell Art about the time you put him out the hotel room?
No, not really.
You know what that sound like? You ever see? Oh, Fifth Element. That is for real. That's what sound
Man,
like.
if I see a big blue creature start singing, I'm gonna be pissed.
You know what? I would not be excited.
Just the littlest shit excites me, man. Like a person that answers the damn McDonald's a microphone thing when you go through the drive-thru with a
Remember the
Jamaican.
McDonald's can take your order?
And if they got a Jamaican accent, he's just fucked for the rest of the day.
Oh, you're a horrible individual.
You know why though? You know his people's in Jamaica. You try to Well, we doing that one time. We doing that one time. DJ Worldwide, Art Fabu, Dr. L. We doing it up live in the basement, y'all. We just chilling right now. I was gonna play a little bit of music, but actually, what's just going on? We just doing some more advertising, really, for the OnlyFans page.
Somebody said we lit.
Yeah, my man.
That was what's
That's Snatchbox. Yeah, DJ Snatchbox. That's how we doing it. You know.
Okay.
But this is how we gonna do it. What's that? Oh, God dang it, Snatchbox. What's up with you, boy? Who's this? Y'all know I can't see close with my glasses. Day just entered the stream. What's up, Day? It's what's going on.
They. We got the hearts going. Y'all send us some love. Shit, them hearts going up in there now. Let's get some love going on.
Now listen, I'm getting ready to change this music, right?
As soon as the return,
I'm getting ready to take the music going up to another level.
to watch live videos.
What's a good way to watch live videos?
Comment says right here.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. So we're gonna take this thing out. We know what? What time is it?
About 11 o'clock.
Oh, no, we ain't gonna take that. We
My baby, this is
gonna
my
break
first
it down.
wife. My first wife right here, Aaliyah.
We ready to break this thing down a little bit. Because right now, we just want everybody to know that you can definitely find out what's going on with Dr. L and Art Fabu and DJ Worldwide. Art Fabu, he has his own, his Joneses, but he also has his brothers. You know, so he got this. All of us is his brothers, but we in different fashions. You know what I'm saying? So this OnlyFans page right now, he has these brothers, and your guys will meet the Joneses later on the OnlyFans page. But
Stay tuned.
definitely stay tuned. International VIP at OnlyFans.com. It's where everything's gonna be happening at. Everything. You're gonna be updated. Right now, we're gonna say once a month with the great Dr. L, and it'll proceed to once a week. It depends on the response. You guys want it, the more you want it, and the more you guys can show love by subscribing and telling a friend and letting them know that it ain't all in vain what he's doing, then we'll get it going on like that. We'll keep it going on. It's gonna be up to you guys out there. I know y'all can do it because, hey, I don't care if COVID back, the whole world could be vaccinated. I'm still gonna limit my circle to a very small few. That's where VIP come in.
Yep.
You gotta make that list.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I will say, and if I may say this, I believe that Dr. L sanctioned this. Everybody that's in that circle, this circle that we call right here, and the friends that's on, and also that's inside the circle, we will all say they all covered, every one of them. And the branch, you know how they say that the apple don't fall too far from the tree? The center of our circle right now is Dr. L. And the branches that's falling off from the tree are all covered. All kingdom people, all kingdom related. Everybody's following the same path going to the same kingdom. Regardless, no judgment. No judgment. Am I correct, Dr. L?
You are correct.
Thank you, sir. So at this time, as Jodeci kick it off in the background, we're going to transition into a different element. As bright as that light is,
We can still see his eyes closed through them glasses.
You funny.
All right. So, we just want to let y'all guys know that pretty much is just here for the OnlyFans.com and International VIP at OnlyFans.com. We're going to keep giving it to you live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night.
Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night from 9:30 until, and actually it's supposed to be from 9:30 until 11:30. And in between, you know, DJ Worldwide, when he comes up on in the basement, you know, I just be doing enough for you guys any way I can. Any music for days. Don't forget, once you sign up, you'll instantly receive a thumb drive to Snowed In Mix by DJ Worldwide, over 2.5 hours worth of music. You'll get that for free. All you have to do is send your email address. And outside, and once you subscribe, right, and send your email address, and we'll get it straight out to you. Dr. L, anything else you want to leave with the fans with? How many? Matter of fact, let's look. How many people is on it? 566 people out here want to hear your words of closure. As they say, final thoughts of positivity.
Yeah, like I said, live the life you love the life you live, man. That's what I tell people. You know, everybody has a process. And if it seems like your process on a higher, which I say, level than your brother person, your brother man, your sister man, sister woman, stay humble, man. You know, you didn't get there overnight. Everybody has their own process they have to go through for them to learn and grow. A lot of times we think we arrive and we forget that we, you know, somebody had to be patient with us, you know. But last but definitely not least, man, if you guys want to hit me up on Instagram, it's Dominionologist. I know it's kind of long, but it's very powerful when you think about it. Dominionologist, OLOGIST, Dominionologist on Instagram. Look me up, follow me, and we got you, okay?
What's going on, DJ Smashbox? And Instagram, can you give it one more time for them?
Dominionologist. Dominionologist is Dominionologist. Dominionologist.
Great. I'm sure everybody got that. And you will be giving in your first blog, your first insert. Can we look forward to that sometime in June?
Yeah, that's perfect.
That'll be perfect. All right, great. So on the OnlyFans, International VIP at OnlyFans.com. Look forward to Dr. L's first insert in the month for the month of June.
That's good.
Oh, definitely. All right. Is there anything you'd like to say to Dr. L before we sign out?
No, I want to thank Dr. L for giving us his attention and spending some time with us here in the basement, giving us some insight on the 7 elements of living.
Lord, he got it. Oh, speaking on that, I got one serious question. What do you do when you exhausted everything that you could with your 7 elements? But your heart is telling you one thing and your mind is telling you another. What type of advice would you give a person that's struggling with knowing what they should do to better their life, but they're struggling because they're wrestling with their feelings and their emotions?
Well, man, I'm trying not to give too much of the book. We went over the 7 elements of love, but one of the things that sets the foundation for us being able to walk in love is self-love. It's self-love. It's learning how to love our Creator, and then learning how to love ourselves, and then loving our neighbor as ourselves. And the reason why I say that is self-love. Staying in a position like that when you know you need to move on is self-abuse.
Yeah.
You only hurt yourself. See, what do? Well, you're gonna need your mind and your heart need to communicate and have a powwow and come to an agreement on what's going to happen. That's what has to happen. But keep in mind, for family listening, the listening audience, patience. Patience is
Oh, no, you know what? Don't even go into it, that part. Oh, you know what? I'm going to cut you. I'll cut you off right there. Because I get the feeling that if I don't cut you off, so I don't stop you right there, you're going to go into your...
The whole book is intertwined.
Right.
Everything is so it's intertwined, and there's not one segment of what I'm teaching in this book that can stand alone other than the Creator. Everything else, and even then, when you understand, even then, when you understand this, however you want to view creation, if you believe that a supernatural being created us, whatever you believe, but still understand this. He puts us, the creators put us in a position where we have to choose between loving the creators or choosing to do things our own way. Because the creators didn't give birth, or they didn't create robots. Robots, you make them do what you program them. They didn't program us. They said you make a choice. See, and so in that mindset, we have to understand that love always affords you a choice. It never takes choice away from you. But what it will do, it will put you in a position where you have to be patient and wait for the manifestation of what it is you're believing for. But you have to know the difference. You got to know the difference. And the difference is going to be wrapped up in, we'll come back to your question, is loving yourself. If what you're doing is hurting you in a position in a way greater than you can sustain, if it's taking years off your life, if it's raising your blood pressure up, if it's causing you stress, if it's killing you, you're not called to that kind. Nobody's called to that kind of relationship. You're just not. And if you want to live, you might want to make some moves, but then pivot. What I say is pivot, And I'm not preaching divorce. I'm not preaching against divorce. I am preaching good common sense, though.
Well, I just some very, very, very good advice. One of our followers says it's nice to wake up to such things like this. That's why I was showing you. So, with on that note, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sign out here on Facebook. I'm gonna shut it down here on Facebook, and we're gonna continue on up live, but in a different tempo. But let's not forget all our Facebook family and friends. Myself, DJ Worldwide, Art Fabu.
Yes, yeah.
And Dr. L, we appreciate you coming all the way from Atlanta, spending time with Art up in the corner. And myself and all of us up in the basement. It's always a pleasure to have you, sir, and we're looking forward to having you here again. When we move, we're going to be moving soon into a new studio, actually. It's still going to be in the basement, though.
Okay.
I'm just, hopefully, by the blessing, well, not hope, because I don't believe in hope, I believe in my Father, and I believe in prayer.
Hope is good.
Yeah.
Hope's good. Keep hope alive.
We're gonna do that. But getting this house, so we're gonna go ahead and sign out. But like I say, once again, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure to be here, John. Really.
Please let us know when the book is done.
Will do.
And I'm sure. Please invite me to the book signing, and if I'm not standing beside you, because I'm gonna have to protect you anyway. We can wake Fabu up in a minute. Thank you, Doctor. I'm gonna sign up for Facebook right here, right now.
Good night, y'all.
And we're gonna continue on live, but we're gonna sign out on Facebook. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.